Hi, I'm Karen from Earth Probiotic, and today I'm going to show you how to compost Bokashi fermented food waste into our composting bag. The composting bag has been manufactured from outdoor billboard material and designed for small gardens. This is the size of the composting bag. It will hold about 3 25-litre bins. We've got our cardboard, a Bokashi fermented bin. We've got a bag of garden waste, which is made up of leaves and dry grass, as well as a bag of old soil and compost. And we are going to add all of this material in layers into the composting bag. I'm going to begin by adding scrunched up newspaper to the bottom of the bag. This will soak up excess liquid and keep it rather than it spill and run out of the bag. The bag has a number of eyelets which incorporates oxygen, which is important for composting. On top of the layer of newspaper, we've added a generous layer of garden waste, and you can see there's some shredded cardboard as well as newspaper. So here's our bin. It's fermented for 2 weeks. And as you can see, it has a thin layer of white mold, which is called mycelium. Mycelium is a beneficial fungus, and mycelium is responsible for turning organic matter into soil. So we're going to begin by adding about a third of the bin into the composting bag. We're going to add the fermented food waste in layers, thin layer of fermented food waste, thick layer of garden waste. In the bin, you can see alongside fruit and vegetables, we've got some dog kibbles, we've got some paper napkins. All of that can be added to a Bokashi bin. Try and keep the food waste in the center of the bag and not against the edges of the bag. This just eliminates any problems. On top of this layer of food waste, we are going to add some more newspaper and some more garden waste. Diverse material in a compost heap is highly beneficial. The more different types of waste you add in a compost heap, the more diverse number of microorganisms you'll encourage into your compost heap. The next third layer of the Bokashi bin now goes in, again in a thin layer, and on top of that, a thicker layer of garden waste will be added. As you can see, the garden waste is made up of old, mature garden waste as well as fresh, all those green leaves, but that will all add a lovely mix into your compost. The final third of the Bokashi bin goes in. You can see there's some liquid. This is beneficial in your composting bag. Don't forget to retrieve the strainer. The strainer sits on the bottom of the bin and it separates the food waste from the leachate that is produced during the fermentation process. The last layer of garden waste and newspaper goes in to completely cover the food waste. The bag is then zipped closed, and ideally it should sit on either soil or grass, preferably not on a paved area, and in the shade. The bag is left for at least 3 weeks, and it is either tumbled, so you tumble it top over bottom or sideways, or you can just unzip it and using a garden fork you just mix all the material together. The bag is then zipped closed and it is left for another week or so, and then you keep tumbling it, turning it until everything has turned into a beautiful compost. You'll know that the compost is ready by the smell. It will smell earthy. You won't recognize anything that you added to the bag. Some items like big sticks or avocado skins take a little bit longer to decompose, but they will continue to decompose in your garden. Water is added, and the amount of water will depend on how dry your material is. Remember that food waste is made up of 80% moisture, so as the material starts to decompose, this moisture will be released, adding extra moisture into the composting mix. In total, you will go from stage 1, which is mixing all your items together, to ready compost in about 2 to 3 months.